Hi, thanks for checking out our channel. What this video is going to be about, we're just going to kind of do a show and tell and review of this particular unit. What we are here, we're just a repair place, independent from any brand. We get in all styles of units and brands out there, old style units, newer ones. We see the good and the bad of all the brands that are out there. So when we come across a bad one, we'll tell you about it. If we come across a good one, I'd like to tell you about that as well. So that's what we're going to do on this one. Tell you what we think about it. But if you want to find out more about us, we're just a repair shop. Our website is fencerfixer.com, and there's our address and everything. But all that information is down in the description area. We also work on cattle scales and low bars and stuff. That's a website for that, cattlescalerepair.com. So that's what we do. We're just a repair center, repair place, whatever you want to call it. All these different brands. So that's what we do. But well, this particular unit is the Gallagher M800. It's an 8-store jewel unit. This is like kind of the mid-range size unit. It's not too big, not too small unit. My initial thoughts on it, and the reason why it's in here for repair, because typically we don't get very many Gallaghers in that are new. And the only time I ever get a newer one in the last like 5 years is manufacture date is almost 90% of the time it's usually lightning. I don't get very many that are just failures of bad electronics. Very, very rare. I can't even think of when I had a last one and that was non-lightning related that was a newer style unit. It's almost always lightning that gets these things. I mean, they got protection things built into, but all brands have some kind of protection in them, and some are better than others, but they all get hit. Doesn't matter what they do, and lightning gets it, it's going to get it. So, but I really, really, really like this unit. This is a really good unit, good quality plastic, which people think plastic's plastic, but they use, I don't know what they use to make their plastic compared to some of the other brands, but this is very uh, stout feeling plastic. It doesn't feel brittle, doesn't feel crummy or anything. But when the guy that sent me this one in, he said it had no output. So I was like, He said he's had it for about a year, and all of a sudden he has no output. So I was like, what the hell is going on there? So we opened it up and tested a few things, and everything looked good. So I was like, well, let me plug it in and see what it does. So I plugged it in, turned it on, and uh, was clicking and flashing like it is now. Like, well, that's a good sign. So I put my tester across it, and we were getting between 9 and 10,000 volts out of it. So I was like, well, what's he talking about no output? Because we were testing it and it was reading fine. So that's what I was going to show here. You see, it's pegging my meter out to 9 to 10,000 volts out of the thing. So I couldn't find anything wrong with it. We did a load test on it earlier as well, and it just passed with flying colors. I couldn't find nothing wrong with it. So it's going back to customer no charge. It's technically under warranty, but you can't fix something that's not broken. But it's a nice quality unit. The inside, these bolts are stainless steel, from what I can tell, so you don't have to worry about them rusting. They're a machine screw as well, so they're a nice thread design. Only you have to worry about them really cross threading. They just go right on real smooth. Another thing about Gallagher in general is their units are built by them. I mean, their circuit boards are made by them. Their transformers are built in-house. The capacitors they get from somebody, but a lot of brands don't make their own capacitor, but they use high-quality pulse-grade capacitors. All their boards have a conformal coating on the front and back to kind of help with moisture and condensation, stuff like that, which these don't get hot, really, so you don't have to worry about the heat on them. Transformers are fully sealed inside themselves, so you don't have to worry about the windings breaking down. I mean, they're just a high-quality unit inside and out. So I really like it. They're about $285, $300 for a new one, so they're not giving these things away. But you can go spend $185 on a 6-joule Zariba, like one of the 100-mile type units, which is probably about, roughly about half price of this one. These carry a 3-year warranty. Other brands carry a 1, 2, or 3-year warranty as well on certain models and brands. But the quality in these is top tier or top notch quality. I don't know if you can get anything better than this. Um, Now, I always tell people, well, I don't know why I spend $300 on that one. I can get a brand new one for tax for $200, and I can save myself $100 or whatever. I'm like, yeah, save yourself $100. Use that towards buying, dinner for the family for the next week, or the money you save on it now will be spent on a repair 3 years from now, or 4 years from now, or 2 years from now when you buy something else. These are designed, from all the technical notes I can get on this stuff, are designed to, they've designed these units internally to last at least 10 years, if not longer. They have on there 10 plus years. So there's a lot of brands that don't give you that kind of information of some of the stuff. So it's nice to know that the quality control of what they put in there is, next level on their quality. I mean, it's a pretty, not real big units, but size of a catcher's mitt, roughly, maybe a little bit smaller. It's got a couple spots here to where you can hang it from the wall. Right up here, these are also not for inside use only, right there. So you need to make sure that you install it indoors. They don't have any gaskets in them. No plug-in model, AC model doesn't have any kind of gaskets in them. So they do have a little shield that kind of a horseshoe shape that runs across like this on the inside to kind of shield water away if it does get water on it. Like I said, those circuit boards inside have a conformal coating on top and bottom of the boards to try to help with that as well. But if you can keep it indoors, that's the way to do it. If you got to put it outside, protect it. Put a box around it. Maybe leave the bottom open on the box so you can run your wires out of it. Or like what we did with one of our old units was we got it mounted outside and we just stuck a 5-gallon bucket over the top of it. So, and that's basically just the same thing as putting a box around it. Except a bucket's only $2 or $3 at the hardware store or whatever. It's just easy just to throw that over it. But I really like the unit. I mean, this would be a good one for goats or something like that, or a real stubborn animal. I mean, they make smaller ones, they make bigger ones, but this is right in the middle of the road of a unit. It's, like I said, 8 stored joules, probably puts out 8 or 4 to 6 output, I would guess, somewhere in that range. So it's a nice stout unit, not small, not big. But we don't sell them. You'd have to go online and find them. There's a place online called GallagherElectricFencing.com that sells them, but there's all kinds of places you can buy them at. Local co-op, feed stores that not Tractor Supply doesn't sell them, but other feed stores and farm and home supply and co-op stuff like that. Though some of those will carry Gallagher. They may not have this model on hand, but you can always go bigger or smaller, or just do a search on eBay or online and type in Gallagher M800 fence charger or something like that, and you'll find them. But they're usually between $280 and $325 is usually the average price for one brand new. But you get a good quality unit. Excluding lightning, you'll easily get 10 plus years out of these things. Other brands, maybe not, probably most likely not. But anyways, if you got any questions about this unit or comments about it, just write them down below. Or you got a fence chart that needs to be worked on, send it in to us. Be happy to work on it. We get free quotes and an 18-month warranty. But until next time, we'll see you guys later on. And remember to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and all that fun stuff. But until then, we will see you guys later on. Hot shock.